everybody. Today for English we're going to do story invention, where we all make up our own stories and have a go at drawing a story map and maybe writing some of the story. The first thing I'm going to need you to do is to go and find 4 toys from around your house who you would like to be the characters in your story. So 4 toys. You might want to pause the video while you go and find them. Okay, so you've got your characters now for your story. My characters are going to be a little girl, a penguin, a panda and an owl. And I'm going to try, just like we do in school, I'm going to try and show you how I draw my story map, just the same as we do when we do them in school. Okay, so my story is going to start with one day there was a little girl. So here we go, let's draw. I'm going to have one sunny day to remind me, so I can draw a sun. I'm hoping you're going to be able to see this well enough. If I colour it in a little bit. There we go. One sunny day, there was a little girl. Here she is. A little girl. Let's give her some hair. There was a little girl who decided to go for a walk in the woods. Let's draw some trees for the woods. There we go. So I've got one sunny day. There was a little girl who decided to go for a walk in the woods. Unfortunately, the little girl got lost. So I'm going to do unfortunately, like this with our arms. Unfortunately, the little girl, I'll draw her a little bit quicker this time. The little girl, she's not looking so happy this time because she's lost. Unfortunately, the little girl got lost. So she walked and she walked and she walked until she met a penguin. See if we can draw a quick penguin. Oh, the paper's going to fall off the wall. Pop it back on. There we go. There's my penguin. Colour his tummy in a little bit black so we can tell he's a penguin. His chest really, isn't it? There we go, there's my penguin. And the top of his head needs to be black as well. And he just needs a little yellowy orange beak. And his feet. There we go. So she walked and she walked and she walked until she met a penguin. And then she's going to say, "Do you know where my house is?" asked the little girl. So I'm going to do a speech bubble to show that she's talking. And I'm going to draw a picture of her house. There we go, there's her house. Oop, make the chimney come down. "Do you know where my house is?" asked the little girl. "No, sorry, said the penguin. So the little girl, let's just draw another picture of our little girl actually, so we know who's talking. There we go. No, sorry. So the little girl walked and she walked and she walked until she met an owl. There's my owl. There's my owl. She walked and she walked and she walked until she met an owl. And then she said the same thing to the owl. She said, so we can draw the speech bubble again. There we go. A question mark by it because she's asking a question. Let's find our colours for our little girl. So here she is again. There we go. Do you know where my house is? Asked the little girl. No. Sorry, said the owl. So the little girl walked and she walked and she walked until she met a panda. It's a funny colour panda, my panda, isn't it? Let's draw our panda here, so I'm going to make sure my panda's blue like my one. And there's one ear and the other ear. And let's have a look at his face. Look, oh, he's got like a triangle nose and oval eyes. Oval eye there, oval eye there, triangle nose, and his mouth. Let's give him some blue ears. There we go. And shade him a little bit darker at the top. There's our panda. Oopsie daisy. There we go. Colour his eyes in. Until she met a panda. Then we're back to our little girl again. And she says, what's she going to ask? Can you remember? Do you know where my house is? Asked the little girl. What do you think the panda's going to say this time? What's he going to say? That's right, he's going to say yes. Give her her hair. So this time we can do, instead of a cross, we can do a tick, a big tick. Yes, said the panda. And he showed her how to get home. I'll draw a big picture of her house at the end. There we go. Bebo Bendit, my story has ended. So I'm going to quickly tell you my whole story now. One sunny day, there was a little girl who decided to go for a walk in the woods. Unfortunately, she got lost. So she walked and she walked and she walked until she met a penguin. Do you know where my house is? Asked the little girl. No, sorry, said the penguin. So she walked and she walked and she walked until she came to an owl. Do you know where my house is? Asked the little girl. No, sorry, said the owl. So the little girl walked and she walked and she walked until she came to a panda. Do you know where my house is? Asked the little girl. Yes, said the panda. The panda showed the little girl how to get home. Thank you, she said. Bebo Bendit, my story has ended. Now it's your turn, guys, to use your 4 toys that you chose and make up your own story. Remember, you can draw your story map, just like I've done, or you could just have them on the floor and act the story out with your characters. Whichever way you do it, I'd love it if you could record it and then put it on your page on Tapestry so that we can see it. Have fun with it. I'm looking forward to hearing your stories later. Bye.